ain't have nothing to do with me nor Kirk. Them bitches was coming at you about your because they had too much ammo.
Don't act like you didn't say that.
I wasn't there. And I damn sure ain't gonna come to somebody about they.
This has nothing to do with me or KK. They were coming at you because they had too much ammo for you. Don't act like you didn't say that. I wasn't there, and I definitely won't go to anyone about their own issues. Half the tension in the room was palpable, like a storm brewing beneath the surface of what should have been a routine taping of the popular reality show. The cameras were rolling, the lights were bright, and the crew was in place. But for Yundi and Rashida, everything around them seemed to fade into the background. It was just the two of them, locked in a battle that had been brewing for a long time. Yundi had always been a woman of strength, but tonight the weight of the situation threatened to break her composure. B had always been at the center of their drama, but it had never been this intense. What had once been personal was now playing out in front of the cameras, and it felt like everything was unraveling. Rashida had been a constant in Yundi's life for years, a friend, a confidant, but when it came to Mendes, their relationship had always been complicated. There was no denying the deep history between Rashida and Mendes, an undeniable bond, and a shared past that simmered just beneath the surface. But once Mendes became involved with Yundi, things began to change. At first, Rashida had tried to be supportive, but it wasn't long before doubts about Mendes's loyalty and the choices he was making started to creep in. Now, with the cameras capturing every moment, the gloves were off. Yundi could feel the heat rising in her chest as Rashida's words cut through the air sharp and biting. This wasn't the usual teasing or friendly banter that had once defined their relationship. This was something real. Rashida's disdain for Mendes's choices had only grown, and now she wasn't holding anything back. Every look, every word, seemed aimed directly at Yundi, as if her relationship with Mendes was a personal betrayal. "Are you really going to sit here and defend him, Yundi?" Rashida's voice dripped with accusation. Rashida's voice was filled with disbelief. "After everything he's done, you're still going to act like he's your knight in shining armor." Yundi's blood boiled, but she kept her composure, knowing this wasn't the time to let her emotions take over. Still, the hurt burned deep inside her. Rashida had always been quick to point out Mendes's flaws, always blaming him for their problems, but now it felt like she was attacking Yundi. It was as if Rashida was questioning her judgment, her choices, and everything that had led to this moment. "Why do you always have something to say about Mendes?" Yundi's words were firm, but her voice wavered with the frustration she had kept bottled up for too long. "You're not the one in this relationship. I'm the one who has to deal with his mistakes, his baggage, and his past. So don't sit here and act like you know what's best for me." Rashida scoffed, rolling her eyes, but Yundi wasn't finished. She had reached her breaking point. This was no time to hold back, not when her heart was on the line. "You've been sitting on the sidelines, judging me, judging him. You've always had your opinions, but you've never been in our shoes," Yundi continued, her voice growing louder with each word. "You don't know what we've been through, what I've had to forgive. And yet here you are, acting like you have all the answers." The tension between the two women was electric, the air thick with unspoken resentment and unresolved issues. It wasn't just about Mendes anymore. This was about something deeper, something that had been brewing for years: the rivalry, the unspoken jealousy, and the way Rashida's presence in Mendes's life had always hung over Yundi's relationship with him like a shadow. Rashida's face twisted in anger, her eyes narrowing as she shot back. "You think you're the only one who's had to deal with Mendes's mess? You think I don't know what it's like to be in a relationship with someone who's always making mistakes? He's hurt both of us, and I'm tired of seeing you pretend like he's changed. You're letting him drag you down, Yundi." The words hit Yundi like a slap to the face. For a moment she felt like the ground beneath her was shifting. She wanted to lash out, to scream at Rashida for all the pain she had caused, but the cameras were on them. The world was watching, and Yundi refused to give anyone the satisfaction of seeing her break. But inside, everything felt like it was falling apart: the weight of Mendes's mistakes, Rashida's constant interference, the drama that always seemed to follow them. It was all too much. Yundi had tried to hold it together for so long, but tonight it felt like the dam was about to burst. The fight between them grew more heated, voices rising, accusations flying. The crew stood frozen in the background, uncertain how to intervene, knowing they were witnessing the unraveling of something much bigger than just a feud between two women. It was the unraveling of a relationship, a battle for control, and a fight for respect that had been years in the making. In the end, the argument had no clear resolution. Yundi stormed off, furious and exhausted, while Rashida's anger simmered beneath the surface. The cameras kept rolling, capturing the fallout. But for Yundi, the real battle was just beginning. This wasn't over. It wasn't just about Mendez or Rashida. It was about finding a way to navigate the chaos that had overtaken her life, and whether she could ever trust anyone, including herself, again. It seems like Yundi may have lost the battle to keep her family together. Word on the street is that Mendez is fed up with calling her his wife and has finally gone back to the love of his life, Erica. Some even say they might have already tied the knot. To be honest, this situation is getting messier by the day. Yundi has not only called out Mendez for hurting her feelings, but she's also sending a direct warning to Erica, telling her to back off, or else it'll be on sight when they meet. It's no secret that the only thing keeping Yundi in this marriage is her pride, and now that Mendez has moved in with Erica, it seems like Yundi has completely lost control. For those who haven't caught up on this drama, grab a seat and let me fill you in. Mendez was released from jail earlier this year after serving time for drug-related charges. While he was incarcerated, Yundi did everything she could to keep the family together, standing strong and handling it all on her own, with Mendez's back in the rearview. We all thought Yundi would finally get to enjoy her marriage after all the hard work and sacrifice she put in while Mendez was locked up. She was determined to make it work, even going to therapy to address the issues in their relationship. But as the saying goes, once a cheater, always a cheater. Instead of paying Yundi back with loyalty for holding down the family, Mendez decided to move on to Yundi's biggest rival, Erica. In case you missed it, Erica and Yundi have been clashing for years, and the reason is clear: Mendez has refused to set boundaries with Erica. If you've been following the love triangle between Mendez, Erica, and Yundi, you've probably noticed how Yundi has always been in denial about the state of her marriage. Deep down, she knows Mendez is still involved with Erica and hasn't been completely honest with her, but her pride and arrogance make her believe she's the only woman in his life. She's great at pretending everything's fine, but we all know things aren't as perfect as they seem. Erica has actually been with Mendez long before Yundi came into the picture. To show how much Mendez truly cares for Erica, his first baby mama, Samantha, revealed that Erica was one of the few women he genuinely loved. Erica herself shared that she and Mendez once. They
ain't have nothing to do with me nor Kirk. Them bitches was coming at you about your because they had too much ammo for you.
Don't act like you didn't say that.
I wasn't there. Now, damn sure ain't gonna come to somebody about they on some half.
cure. Sources say Mendez has